like a rare disease, but I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. Yeah. Built to last when the webs I'm weaving. I can change the past with the
Raider Nation, Raider Nation, Raider Nation, Raider Nation, Raider Nation, Raider Nation, Raider Nation. What is good, yo? I know y'all probably see Jaguars on here, but I am wearing the Hall of Fame shirt. If y'all can see it, I'm wearing the Hall of Fame shirt, ladies and gentlemen, at where I was at in Canton over the weekend. What is going on, everybody? What is going on? It's your boy Darian coming to you live with another live stream, ladies and gentlemen. I have to do this one last time before we get into the show.
Touchdown, Raiders!
I'm pretty excited to really talk to y'all today. It is Reaction Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Reaction Monday, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get into the calls and get into everything, I just wanted to let y'all know, thank y'all so much for being a part of the Spotlight Raiders Talk movement. Really do appreciate it. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. And let me shout out everybody while we're here right now before we get into the start of this live stream, ladies and gentlemen. So, Ranger Dangerfield, what's going on, Raider Dangerfield? What's going on, brother? What's going on, brother? Salute Nation, Raiders for life, what's going on? Lord Roaches, what's up? What's up? Dominique 5, what's good? What's good? BL, what's going on? What's going on? Salute to the Raiders and Raiderettes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Raiders, C-Dub, what's going on? Dominique 5, salute to the chat. Matthew Lincoln, Parker out for the year. We're screwed. We're definitely going to talk about that in today's show. Jesse Cardenas, what's going on? Raiders all day. Salute Spotlight, what's going on? Sean Johnson, man. Yeah, I had much fun at the game, bruh. I had mad fun at the game. We're definitely going to talk about it here, man. We're going to talk about it. Ray Love, what's good? What's goody, Ray Love? What's going on? Salute to the nation. Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. But we got some crazy news to talk about. But before we get into the news, right, I do want to give my experience at being at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. This is where I got my hat from. EJ Raider, what's going on? And I'm going to tell you, it was one of the best experiences I ever been to when it comes to a football game. To be in the same building as all the greats. I didn't see all the Raider greats, but I see some great people like Leroy Butler, Tony Dorsett, Steve Young, Jim Brown. You name it, I saw it. You know, I ended up seeing Jeff Barnes. If y'all did not see the video, not even a video. If y'all not on my Instagram, make sure you go on my Instagram. I got a picture of Jeff Barnes, the linebacker for the Raiders in Super Bowl 15. And it was really dope going out there and seeing all the festivities go down at the Pro Football Hall of Fame and getting to see my Raiders play as well. So that was really, it was really dope to see my Raiders back on the football field. Was able to get to see, I wanted to see Dick Vermeil. That's the one person I wanted to see, but it was good to see Art Shell's helmet in the Hall of Fame and Marcus Allen in the Hall of Fame. It was just so much stuff to do, and I wish I could have stayed the whole weekend, but unfortunately I had to come back and handle some business back home. So that's why I had to leave when I had to leave. So I really hope that y'all like the vlog as well. So, Raphael, what's going on? Raphael Capitan, what's going on? What's going on? So yeah, I'm wearing a Hall of Fame t-shirt from the Hall of Fame game. So it just doesn't say Jaguars, say Jaguars versus Raiders. So I just wanted to make that clear. And y'all see I got the Hall of Fame patch on the back on the side of my helmet, because that's where I got, not the helmet, but the side of my hat. Where I got the hat from was the pro shop at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That's where I got this banner right here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I got this headband and that This is a Derek Carr collector's item and a Charles Woodson collector's item and a Clifford Branch thing I got there, all from the pro shop at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So it was really, really dope to go into. Really, really dope to go into. So we got some breaking news. I didn't want to actually put the news out there in a video about the Brandon Parker situation, but I was I was not surprised about this. I was not surprised about this, but I'm gonna go to Raider Scout and we're going to talk about it as well. We're going to talk about it. So, first thing first, I do want to talk about is this: that Chandler Jones has returned from practice after dealing with lower body tightness. Safety Roderick Teamer has also returned after suffering a shoulder injury during the first week of camp. And then we have the news about Brandon Parker, ladies and gentlemen, about Brandon Parker. Brandon Parker has been placed on IR in the near future with an arm injury. His season is over. Now, I can say about Brandon Parker. I was not highly on Brandon Parker. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was not highly on Brandon Parker after seeing him at the Hall of Fame game. And people had so much hype around him when it came to, oh, he's putting in the work to get better and stuff of that nature. And, you know, injuries happen. But I was not high on him knowing that he was a starter last year because Denzel Good was out. He still didn't play up the part. He looked like he didn't improve at all in the Hall of Fame game. I understand you haven't played football in a long time. I could completely understand that. But at the same time, I gotta say this. Brandon Parker, you're just a scrub, bro. You are just a scrub. Yes, his season is over. And now, what are we going to do at that position now? Now, we did draft Munford. We did draft Dylan Parham. We still have Illuminori. We still have Alex Leatherwood. Now it's going to be a lot of speculation of where these young cats is going to come in and have to play this starting role. Now, I feel as though, is that I think you should go out and go get a veteran. Go get a veteran. Go get a Darrell Williams and at that type of nature where you see that he's a veteran and he's still out there, but it's still kind of concerned me that they're still out there and nobody is signing him. What is the issue with that? You know what I'm saying? He's still out there on the free agent market. I understand he's up there in age, but at the same time, I still feel like something's just not right with Darrell Williams. And I think it has to be with some injuries, in my opinion. It absolutely, in my opinion, and I don't know what to say when it comes to Brandon Parker. Kenny Raiders, what's going on? Matthew Lincoln, how I feel about Palomalu. I'm gonna get it to him as well. But shout out to Marcus Howard with the 199 super chat.
Touchdown, Raiders!
And they said Taylor Jenkins was a 6th round pick. You about the guy from the Chicago Bears that they drafted. But I heard he had some injuries too, though, Kenny Raiders. I heard that he had some injuries too. So I'm not too sure how that going to work. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that's going to work at the end of the day. Because, you know, when it comes to these undrafted free agents, offensive linemen, shout out to Raider Ray. If you have not subscribed to Raider Ray, make sure y'all go to Raider Ray, but the undrafted free agent offensive lineman was pretty impressive in at the Hall of Fame game as well. So, I mean, we have some options already there, but the question is, do we go out and get a veteran? I'm not sure about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really sure about that. Chris Collinsworth is one. His name Parker was our best offensive lineman on the team. Absolutely not. That's why I don't listen to Chris Collinsworth. That's why I don't listen to him. I think Darrell, I think Darrell Williams just wants to start, but I really hope we sign him. I'm kind of nervous, Dominic 5. I'm kind of nervous signing Darrell Williams, and I'm going to tell you why. Why is it taking them so long to be signed with a team? What is it that's turning away teams? What is it? You get what I'm saying? Who you having on the show soon? I'm not having I'm opening up the lines in like another 15 minutes. This is just a reaction show for the fans to call up and express their feelings about all the news that's going on. But all aboard, Raiders. We got a lot to talk about, bruh. I can't wait for tomorrow's show. I cannot wait, man. Didn't Darrell Williams sign with Jacksonville? I don't think he did. I do not think he did. Honestly, I do not think he did. So, I'm gonna get into some news when it comes to, to Raiders Wire here. And, according to Pro Football Focus, they say in the 5 highest graded players when it comes to this, I mean, like maybe tomorrow. Yeah, you're going to be on tomorrow, bro. You're going to be on tomorrow. You know that. You know that. Now you made a spoiler alert, man. You made a spoiler alert. But I do want to open up the tab here, and I do want to share the screen when it comes to some Raiders news before we open up the lines. So let's get down to the nitty gritty here about what we see on here when it comes to this whole situation with the Las Vegas Raiders. So I'm not editing the screen name. Okay. So here we go. All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. So it says the 5 highest grades for players for the Raiders versus Jaguars. And they said Devon Diablo was the 85.9. Malcolm Koos was the 83.5. Jordan Meredith. See, another offensive lineman that we have, Jordan Meredith. So that's another one that was very interesting to see on his offensive line. Chris Jones, the corner, 83%. Matthias Farley, I can never get his name correctly. My God, I'm gonna say Matthias Farley at 80.8%. It says the most notable name on this list is Diablo, who is poised to be one of the team's starting linebackers for the 2022 season. Playing next to Denzel Perryman, Devon Diablo gives the Raiders so much needed speed. Against Jacksonville, Diablo only played 10 snaps, but was able to total 3 tackles on 2 stops. And he also didn't allow even a target in coverage despite dropping into coverage 6 times. And it says, while you certainly can't make anything away from the 10 snaps in the Hall of Fame game, Diablo has a lot of positive momentum going into the season. Heading into year 2, this should be a breakout season for the former Virginia Tech star. It's also worth mentioning Malcolm Koos here. He was the second highest graded player in the game, and he played far more snaps than Diablo, 29 total, 3 pressures, 3 hurries, and 1 batted pass. Now, Malcolm Koos has a strong offense and seems to be a favorite as a first edge rusher off the bench. The Raiders are going to need him to be productive this season if they have a consistently pass rush. Very, very interesting to watch, man. It's very, very interesting to watch. So, I mean, we have so many different options on that side of on the offensive line. We have mad options. I mean, we drafted 2 offensive linemen and Dylan Parham and Thayer Munford. Then you got Jordan Meredith. Then you got Illuminor. You got Alex Leatherwood. Now this thing's gonna be shaped up, and I'm really putting my trust in this offensive line coach, in this offensive staff. In my opinion, I'm very interested to see that. I'm very, very interested to see that. So, Ortiz says, hello, any thoughts? Not Waller practicing. Maybe, I mean, it's hot outside, man. It's very, very hot outside. I could pull up the tweets from Vinny B because, I follow Vinny B on Twitter. And, sometimes I can't really use my phone at work like I want to. So, Parham definitely looked good. Definitely looked good. So I can't even be mad at that. So let me see what he put out there. Before we get into this, right? No, we're going to get into it right now. For screw that. We're going to get into it right now. Josh Jacobs' story came out a couple days ago after he played in the Hall of Fame game, talking about him being traded. Now, I saw the source. And mind you, my Spotlight Sports Network group chat, when we see rumors and stuff, I want to make sure it's a legit source saying this, right? And it wasn't a legit source at all. And it turned out to be this source was not true. It was fake news. This is why I did not put a video out about Josh Jacobs, because I wanted to initiate this situation right here. It would be stupid for the Las Vegas Raiders to trade Josh Jacobs at this point. It'll be stupid. For what? He's going to get, for what? He's on the last year of his contract. Why trade him? Trade him to the Philadelphia Eagles? That's stupid. Trade him to the 49ers? That's stupid. Just for draft picks, knowing this man has been our feature back. I understand that he has not been healthy all 17 games. Completely understand that. But if you look at the value of what you can get with a Josh Jacobs now, when you have a running back by committee with a Keon Drake, and you have a Zamir White, and now you got a Brandon Bolden, he has a running back by committee where he does not have to take all the load and keep his legs fresh. So it wouldn't make sense to do it, but Wi-Fi Willie had a great point in his video. And y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can say what y'all want. And I have to say this. Josh McDaniels did this before with Sony Michel. He did this before with Sony Michel. Sony Michel was the starting back for the New England Patriots. He was the starting back for the New England Patriots at that time. And he played in the first preseason game, right? Played in the first preseason game. And then he was traded to the Los Angeles Rams. So we've seen this pattern before with Josh McDaniels and his running backs. But I feel like, I don't know if Drake would get traded. I'm not sure about that either. It depends how many running backs they want to keep on this roster. And Amir Abdullah had a great Hall of Fame game. Period. Great one. But Josh Jacobs is not going anywhere. He's fighting for a contract at this point. And now it's time to nip the trade rumors in the bud. Nip it in the bud right now. Because this guy has given you 1,000-yard seasons and almost 1,000-yard season last year with 875. If he wasn't hurt as much, I think he would have had another 1,000-yard season, in my opinion. You know, so nip it in the bud right now when it comes to Josh Jacobs in the trade rumors. Stop it. Just stop it. Simple as that, man. So we got some team news coming out of Raider Scout, and Raider Scout has put out that the Raiders are working out the nose tackle Danny Shelton today. Now, this just came down not too long ago, about a minute ago, that he posted it on his live. Thank you. So Danny Shelton is 28 years old. He's 6'3", 345 pounds. He appeared in 13 games for the Giants in 2021, recording 31 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 3 QB hits, and also added 10 pressures and 15 run stops. Then Shelton had, in his career, he has 276 tackles, 17 tackles for loss, 19 QB hits, 2 PBU, 6 sacks, and he also added a 76 career pressures, 150 run stops, 59 hurries with a career of 75.2 Pro Football Focus grade, posted marks of a 73.7 in run defense and 58.2% in pass rush. So, not a bad person to pick up, knowing that we are kind of debacle at the defensive tackle position. Knowing that Bilal Nichols and Billings and Hankins are a little banged up. They might be back for week 1. But right now they banged up, so play under Graham in New York. I think they're going to sign this guy. I really think they are. I really think they're going to sign this guy, in my personal opinion. Y'all can say what y'all want, but I think we're going to sign this guy. So shout out to Raider Scout for the team news that we got. Danny Shelton a former New England Patriot and a former New York Giant under Patrick Graham at that. So now we almost 30 minutes into the show. And I just wanted to speak my piece on a lot of things when it comes to the Raider Nation. Like, I love this team, man. I love this team with all my heart. And I speak the truth about my team, win, lose, or draw. And being at the Hall of Fame game and being at the Hall of Fame festivities, it was some of the best Raiders fans I ever met. We sold out the Hall of Fame game. I think we really could have sold out the whole visitor side of the Hall of Fame game. And you can't be mad at it. You can't be mad at it at all. You know what I'm saying? So I really love what I see from the Raiders. And my star player on the offensive side was the guy Walter. I think his last name is Walter. Somebody tell me that running back's name, something Walter. I can't remember the first name. Him and Amir Abdullah. Those two guys played really well in the Hall of Fame game. Dylan Parham did not even allow a pressure in the Hall of Fame game. I understand it's against third and second string or fourth string type of players, but you're still in the NFL. You're still a professional player. Dylan Parham played well. Tyrese Gillespie and Darius Phillips on the defensive side of the ball. I like the way Darius Phillips played. I don't know why the Bengals gave him up, but Darius Phillips played really well on the defensive side. I think our defense played really well. I think Malcolm Koonce, people can say what they want about Malcolm Koonce. So what? But he got a few pressure. He didn't get no sacks, but being an edge rusher is not all about the sacks. You got to make an impact for other players to get sacks. And right now, Malcolm Koonce looked like that impact player. He really did. He swatted the ball down. He did a defensive tackle and defensive end stunt, came inside, and he almost got the sack, but he ended up letting the D tackle get it. And I'm not mad at that. You can see the improvement from last year to this. You can see the evolvement. Same thing for Devon Diablo. You can see the players growing as professionals. Our defense definitely looked good under Graham. It really did. And seeing it in person, you can't get mad at that. You can't get mad that it got like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to open up the lines, y'all. I'm definitely about to open up the lines. Please do not blow my phone up. One at a time, ladies and gentlemen. One at a time. That's all I'm saying. One at a time. Do not rush to the phone lines, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not rush to the phone lines. But Hall of Fame game, we definitely look good. Stidham looked really well. Me personally, I'm gonna say this right now. Stidham might get the second string quarterback over Nick Mullins. He might get it. Y'all, people can say what they want. Just my personal opinion. I think Stidham looks he used to be under Josh McDaniels' offense in New England. He sat behind Tom Brady at one point. The guy knows the philosophy. Nick Mullins might be the odd man out. So it might be Carr, Stidham, and Garbers. Garbers look good too in the Hall of Fame game. Look really good. And I can't be mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I cannot be mad at it. Look really good. So we almost at the 30-minute mark. And we're going to open up the phone lines, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to open up the phone lines. And it's going to be a very interesting one to hear what y'all have to say. Let me see if I can find it here. All right, so here we go. If you want to call into the show right now, 267-719-1246. That is the numbers, y'all. 267-719-1246. Reaction Monday. It's time to let your voices be heard on the Spotlight Raiders Talk. So if you ever want to show up, come on in and show up. We love to see you. We love to see you. So come on in. I'm taking all calls right now, 267-719-1246. Until then, you can ask me questions in the chat. This is your time now. Reaction Monday is back. The Reaction Monday is back. And I'm about to share the live too. I'm definitely about to share the live. What's up, T Sweezy? What's going on, man? What's going on? Yeah, I know Brandon Parker's season is over. I think a lot of people expected that, in my opinion. A lot of people expected that. His name is Austin Walter. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Austin Walter. I could not get the first name to save my life. Man. So, do y'all feel a difference with this Las Vegas Raiders team? Do y'all feel a difference? Because I do. I feel a real difference with this team. I feel a so much different of a culture. You back, bro? What's up, bro? What's going on, Jamar Hunter? What's going on, man? Let your voice be heard and call up to the show, 267-719-1246. He got cooked against third stringers. Now he's out for the season. I mean, injuries happen. What do you think about Palomalu? I think he could be a starter. And as far as the D-back? Yeah, I seen that. Brave Raider. I don't think Palomalu is going to be a starter. I don't see that happening. I think he might make this team, but I don't think he'll be a starter.
Charlotte, NC, 1 second.
All right, so we got a caller here. Give me 1 second. And thank you for calling the Spotlight.
Hello there, it's me, Rafael Castin, as known as El Capitan Rafucho. How's it going, Spotlight?
What's going on, Capitan? What's going on, brother? How are you today, man?
I'm very good right here because tomorrow is my birthday. I'm 29 years old. And my question is, how do you think about Danny Shelton as defensive tackle for the Detroit Lions? Because right now, over this career right here, he's extra greedy, and they need like the position for the Raiders defensive tackle after the Jaguars game and the Pro Bowl Hall of Fame right here. But it seems that they just missed something about it because Brandon Parker has better hands as a right tackle, but they need like an extra defense as about a defensive tackle. So what are you thinking about Darius Pillion or Danny Shelton battlely for the defensive tackle of the Raiders?
Well, I just talked about Danny Shelton, and just from what he's only 28 years old, and he has a career. You know, he played under Patrick Graham with the New York Giants, and he played with the New England Patriots. I think for him to be a nose tackle, I think it's very fortunate that we go out and get another nose tackle because we do got a young guy at Matthew Butler. We got a young guy in Neil Farrell from the draft this past season. So if Jonathan Hankins or Billings cannot go, then I say we go out and get Danny Shelton. Now, my only problem with Darrell Williams is this.
Exactly.
And yes, Shelton is a run stopper, Raiders for life. He's definitely is a run stopper, and I would love to have him. But I think they're going to sign him, in my opinion. I think they're really going to sign Danny Shelton. They want to make sure this defensive tackle position has more depth because it's a lack of depth right there. But going into Darrell Williams. Now, this is my only concern about Darrell Williams. Yes, I would love for us to go get him, but what is it that's turning teams away that he's still a free agent? You get what I'm saying, man? And that's my nerve about getting Darrell Williams. He's been on the free agent market a bit too long. And I think that's an issue for me because you one of the best offensive linemen in football, and you're still on the market. Like, why nobody signing you? But I'm saying
Yeah, exactly about it
I'm
because
far. Dominic.
right now they just need like more positions as a defensive tackle.
Yeah, I
But
don't.
I guarantee that this is going to be like interesting because under the new regime of Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, they're looking the exactly position with the defensive tackle. But in the case of Samir White was very good as a running back, but I will still love him here more because he had that power, he had more intensity, he had everything about it. And what I just saw on the Pro Bowl Hall of Fame game between Jaguars versus Raiders, that's what we need for to look in under to look in more of Samuel White, and of course those players have more intensity. And of course, I would say Samuel White is going to be on the roster to be like undefeatable, to be like the draft pick that we need, the draft pick that all the Raiders needed. So Samuel White is going to be awesome, and they need to keep it on the roster because they're not going to waste it.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. But before I get into your answer, Dominique 5, that's what any free agent still available at this point. But at the offensive line position, it's so many offensive linemen that's getting signed before Darrell Williams right now. That's my only issue. We have offensive linemen that's not better than Darrell Williams that's been on the free agent market for a long time, getting signed before him, getting signed to teams right now as we speak. So I don't know what the issue is with Darrell Williams on why he's not getting picked up by any team, but it got to be something there. It got to be something there, in my opinion. So Zamir White looked good in the Hall of Fame game. People say, "Oh, it's against third and fourth stringers." So what? They still NFL players at the end of the day. I understand they're not impact players, but they still professional ball players at this point. So, I mean, I'm just saying. But I mean, it's gonna is I think the Raiders have a plan what to do with the offensive line position as far as that. We got Thayer Munford, we got Jordan Meredith, we got Illuminor, we still have Alex Leatherwood, we still got Dylan Parham. We're gonna have to move some pieces around to get this continuity started right now. That's what's gonna have to happen. So you got these young guys. I say, yeah, go get one more veteran player. But if it's not Darrell Williams, then who else can we go get? You know what I'm saying? And we can't, and if we can't get nobody during our salary cap, why not get these young guys involved right now? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when it comes to the offensive line and the defensive line, I think our edge rushers are fine. But we do got to get Danny Shelton on that defensive tackle position, and we got to get at least one veteran for the offensive line. But if not, you got to develop these guys, man. You're going to have to.
Exactly, and that's what they're needed for. And of course, I just wanted to say much love and respect to the Spotlight Raiders talk. It was nice to talk about what's going on with the defensive tackle, and of course, Samir White. And boy, I cannot wait for the preseason right there and the regular season. So I just wanted to say it. Raider Nation for life. So salute to you.
Salute to you, Capitan, and happy early birthday, bro. Make sure you out there and enjoy it and have a great time enjoying your birthday, man. Raider Nation for life.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, talk to you soon. All right, so that was Raider El Capitan, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to call up to the show and have any type of questions, call the number at the bottom of your screen at 267-719-1246. I will be doing this until 6:30, so please call up. Let your voice be heard. Telling you right now, it's fun to do these reaction Mondays and talk about everything that's going on in the news. So come on up, man. We would love to hear from y'all and hear what y'all got to say when it comes to this live stream right here. So what about the choice in signing Dwayne Brown? Is Dwayne Brown still available is the question. I don't know if he's still available at this point. And you know what? I'm gonna look it up now and see the offensive lineman that's available in free agency. So offensive lineman. Let's look at the offensive lineman here. Offensive. Oh my God. Offensive lineman is still a free agent. Still is free agents. Okay. So tackles that's left. So these are some of the. This is interesting. It's an interesting list that I see here. I don't think Teron Armstead is still offensive lineman. Oh, so we did sign Danny Shelton. Let me just look at that. Let me just make sure I confirm that is confirmed. Let me go to Raider Scout real quick. I know we was working him out, but I don't know if I don't know if we signed him yet. Let me just double check. Give me 1 second. What the heck, man? Yeah, we only worked them out. It don't say that we actually signed Danny Shelton. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that at all. I'm still waiting on it from Raider Scout. Once I get it from Raider Scout, then that would be it. But if we sign them, that's fine by me. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. That's absolutely fine by me. But going back to the offensive lineman that's available, I don't think Teron Armstead is available, but they saying Jason Peters is still available. I do not want Jason Peters. I think he just needs to retire. Jermaine Afetity, another one. Bobby Matsey is another one. Also, foul line for depth. Yes. I don't know why we're not. I don't see. That's another thing too. Why we're not going after Darius foul line. That's another thing. Why we're not doing that. You get what I'm saying? Why we're not going after, these guys. Riley Rev as an undrafted. He's a Nate Soldier. Oh yeah, Dwayne Brown is still a free agent. Dwayne Brown's still a free agent. Trent Brown is still a free agent, but I don't want Trent Brown. I don't want him. Because y'all called me baby Trent Brown all these years. All these years, y'all called me baby Trent Brown. Eric Fisher, I thought he retired. I thought Eric Fisher retired. Chris Hubbard, Brandon Shell, Morgan Moses is signed. I don't know why they got these guys up here. Didn't Armstead sign with Miami a couple months back? That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see what NFL free agents are left. All right, so let's go to what free agents are left according to last month. Julio Jones is off the board. Odell Beckham's still on the board. Dante Hightower's still out there. I'm trying to see the offensive lineman. I'm really trying to see the offensive lineman. Go get Jason Pierre-Paul. I wouldn't go get Jason Pierre-Paul because we don't need no more edge rushers, man. We don't need no more edge rushers. So make sure y'all call up to the show, man. I know y'all asking all the questions in the chat. Call up to the show. 267-719-1246. It's sitting right there at the bottom of the screen, y'all. Our teams are good enough right now to win a Super Bowl. I don't know, man. All aboard A Raiders. I'm telling you, you call up to the show, bro. Because I'm the offensive line and the defensive tackle position is the two concerning positions for me on this team. Offensive line and defensive tackle. Our pass rushers are good. What's going on, Coach Dante? What's going on? Our pass rushers are good. Trent Brown signed back with the Patriots. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why they keep saying that he's a free agent. I didn't understand that. So tell me tell me some offensive linemen besides Darrell Williams and Dwayne Brown who we could go out and get. Put JPP inside? No. He's better as an outside rusher. I wouldn't want to put Jason Pierre-Paul inside. If that's the case, then I'll go out and get a Dominic
Stafford, TX.
All right, and thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Who's this and where you calling from?
Yep. This Coach Dante.
This guy want to call up to the goddamn show.
Yeah,
no, I know you got to call in and mess with me, man. You like a mini Freddy at some point, man.
Oh,
You
man,
you supposed to be a mini me.
like,
You know what I'm
gotta
saying? You're supposed to be a mini me. But you're a mini Freddie now. Like, what?
Hey, man, you know I gotta call in and get my 2 cents on Las Vegas Raiders, man.
Man, we just got some news that Brandon Parker is on IR with an arm injury. His season is over. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say, man. I'm kind of nervous about this offensive line. Brandon Parker did not look good in the Hall of Fame game, and then now he's on IR. Do you think we need to go out and get an offensive lineman? And do you know any offensive lineman that is available right now?
Well, I say it's never like I say. You always want to beef up that offensive line so you can never have too much depth in any type of position on the field. You're gonna always need some depth in case someone go down. But I don't know the offensive lineman that is out there. But I can tell you again, man. Like the Hall of Fame game, y'all guys had some guys flying around, man, flying around on that defensive side of the ball. But again, you can never have enough people. You can never have enough offensive linemen out there, or never have enough at no type of position, man. So again, man, y'all had some guys flying out there on the defensive side. I forgot that dude. Keep forgetting that dude's name because Brady Petit brought this up last night in my stream. Farley, whatever his name is, I mean, he got that personal foul penalty.
Yeah,
yep.
Mathathias Farley.
Yeah, the second play, it was a textbook hit. I like the way he was flying out there. Offensive line did pretty well blocking for the running backs in that Hall of Fame game. It just looked like this team is focused, and Josh McDaniel have this team ready to come out and play, man. I just like the lack of focus, and like Derek Carr and Devontae Adams is having fun out there. And look like the players are having fun at that.
That's what I think it is too. And you can see it from Darius Phillips, man. I thought he was the star out there on the defensive side when it comes to the D-backs. And I know people are big on Rock Ya-Sin and people big on Trayvon Mullen coming back. But if Darius Phillips has a great preseason and he keeps playing the way he played, like he played in a Hall of Fame game, I mean, competition is going to get really, really steep now. And knowing that Trayvon Mullen is an injury-prone corner that can't stay on the field more than 17 games, well, I mean, I don't know. I think for me, every position is up for grabs when it comes to the Las Vegas. I think nobody has a solidified spot after the starters. That's just me. I think,
I mean, again, man, this is what training camp is for, man. Battles are gonna get heated and stuff like that. Everybody gonna have to compete for a position. Everything is earned. Even you got a good safety out there or cornerback, Deron Harmon. I really like him as well. That plays for the New Orleans Patriots. So that's another guy that's the depth piece out there and stuff like that. I just really like the Raiders depth this year, man. I think they got a lot of players out there that's ready to win. And Josh McDaniel, some of them people come from the Patriots that Josh McDaniel likes. The backup quarterback, Jarek Stidham, that played in the Hall of Fame game. You know, he was a backup from the Patriots. Josh McDaniel does know him. Harmon, Josh McDaniel does know him. So it's a lot of good pieces over there.
Yeah, we started looking at Danny Shelton too, the nose tackle. Played under Patrick Graham for the Giants in 2021, and he played a little bit of time with the New England Patriots as well. So that's another Patriot guy that they're going to bring over, in a guy that likes like that played for Patrick Graham in 2021. Like I like what I saw from the Hall of Fame game, but I'm looking forward to this weekend when we play the Minnesota Vikings. So that's going to be very interesting to watch and see who's on the bubble and who's not, because before you know it, it's going to be regular season. Because mind you, this is going to be the whole month of preseason. Matthew Lincoln said
there's only 3 preseason games.
Right. So Matthew Lincoln said Gruden could come back to coaching if he's not guilty right now. I don't see John Gruden come back to coaching after what happened in Las Vegas. I don't see him come back to coaching.
I don't see him coming. I will never see him coming back to coaching either. I think his coaching. I think it's probably. You can make an argument. His coaching career may be done pretty much at this point. His coaching career may be pretty out of line at this point.
And the reason why I say that is because when it comes to John Gruden, I think he can't keep up with today's offenses. I just think he's so modern in a way that he runs his offense is too outdated. It's too outdated.
Yep.
It's too much dink and dunk. It's nothing creative at all with John Gruden's offense. He's back. He's still back in 2002 where he won a Super Bowl and he think that philosophy can work. No, you got to keep up with the Joneses. You got to keep up with these offensive coordinators that's being creative with these quarterbacks and making them mobile. So that's what all I got to say about John Gruden. J. Rose says that Malcolm. Go ahead, Dante. Go ahead.
I got one more question. I want to ask the Raider Nation in the chat and you, Coach. Now, it's a sense that I'm getting. I mean, Josh Jacobs, what's your thoughts on Josh Jacobs? What's your thoughts on Josh Jacobs?
My thoughts on Josh Jacobs is this. If he can stay healthy, he'll be fine. And I think he will stay healthy this year because of the running back committee that we have. I know all the running backs is not going to be able to make this roster, but I don't know if you saw Austin Walter look good. Amir Abdullah looked good.
I know him personally. I've seen the dude personally. I know him personally. I know him and his brother. His brother, he has a twin brother named Ashton Walter. They played quarterback down here in Texas at Crosby High School. My high school played him personally, and I was able to saw him. I was very impressed with him the other night at Austin Walter. I know that dude personally. I watched that dude play on the field, actually, him and his brother personally. He played for Rice. He went to Rice.
Right. So, and then Amir Abdullah, knowing that he has so many injuries during his career being in the NFL, he looked really good at the Hall of Fame game as well. But my thing about Josh Jacobs, I feel like if you put him in a rotation, he's going to be the power back. He's going to be the starting running back for the Las Vegas Raiders. You still have Drake and you got Zamir White. Now, where Brandon Bolden comes into play, somebody's going to get traded. And people think it's Kenyon Drake. I don't know who is going to be that's going to be traded or be released. I just don't know at this point. But I feel like with Josh Jacobs, now that he's 100% healthy and he's proven himself that he's not sitting out these preseason games, he's going to bang and bang and bang. I think he's proven that he's going to get another contract with us. I feel like this is the year that he could get the contract that he wants.
I got a feeling, man, that organization likes Zamir White better, man. I really got an actual feeling they like Zamir White a little bit better than they do like Josh Jacobs. I got a big time feeling about that.
But me and Dante, me and you had this talk plenty of times that Zamir White was never a feature back. You know what I'm saying? He was never a feature back in college. And I just feel like if you got the guy like a Brandon Bolden that could catch the ball out the backfield, you got a Josh Jacobs, and you got a Kenyon Drake. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, they love Zamir White because they got him in the third round, if I'm not mistaken, third or fourth, sixth round, something like that. I don't remember, but Jacobs was part of a running back by committee at Alabama as well. So they both know how to be running backs by committee. Kenyon Drake from Alabama, running back by committee. So I think they know how to work the workload, just how the coaches is going to work the workload. Because I feel like with Gruden and everybody else, they was running Josh Jacobs into the ground. They was running him into the ground. So I feel like now when you have multiple talents at the running back position, I think it's less pressure on your starting running back because now you can stay healthy. You don't got to be winded. You're not going to be gasping for air every time and running the ball 25 times a game, stuff like that. So I think Josh Jacobs will be fine. Yeah, I think he will be fine.
I'm going to say one more thing before I get ready to get up out of here. But, Georgia is always running back by committee. You remember they had Sony Michel, Nick Chubb, Elijah Holyfield. They have Zamir White. Last year they had Swift. They was never running. They was never they running back by committee every single season. They always keep fresh legs out there. And I think this NFL is kind of turning in what today is running back by committee. I think this is today's NFL turning into having that running back by committee.
See, R. Vega, you said Zamir White was fourth round, and then he said Kenyon Drake was I don't think he was a wide receiver at Alabama. He was a running back.
Nah, he was a running back. He was a running back. He just can catch out the backfield.
Yeah,
he just can play as a receiver.
Right. And that's what makes me think like now with the wide receiver position, if you think about it, do we put Drake at the wide receiver position since he played it? Like I'm just throwing it out there.
I mean, he run routes like a wide receiver. So he is. It couldn't be a part of the question, but he does run routes like a wide receiver.
Right.
Do.
He could be one of those jokers, like, one of those jokers that can't be defended out in space. So it's pretty interesting to see, man. It's definitely pretty interesting to see.
Yeah. I was just calling in, man, to mess with you, but also be talk about the Raiders. So I was, of course,
we played them Houston, Texas this year. We played them Houston, Texas this year. We won all the smoke because y'all been doing y'all thing down there in Houston with the Texans and all the players that y'all been getting. Yeah, we won it. We want the smoke. We want the smoke. We'll definitely do our collaboration once the season starts, brother. Thank you so much for calling in, bro.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
Always, man. I'm gonna be in the chat.
All right, say no more.
All right.
That is my boy, Coach Dante, one of the executives of the Spotlight Sports Network and a Houston, Texas fan, all Houston sports, Houston Astros, Houston Rockets, everything of that nature. So make sure y'all call in and call to the show and have some fun with us at 267-719-1246. We are definitely in the building. I don't know who's next on the phone, but definitely come on and call up. Ask me anything y'all want to ask me, man. We're going to be doing this till 6:30, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget tomorrow, we will be doing Nothing But Raiders podcast. Episode 5 is going to be lit. We have all aboard day Raiders. We have Raider Ben. We might have Raider Critique all on this show talking Raiders tomorrow at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You do not want to miss that tomorrow, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Raider Ben, all aboard A Raiders, and Raider Critique will be live on Nothing But Raiders podcast. Is going to be so much fun. And make sure y'all tune in to the Spotlight Raiders Talk audio podcast on all podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, you name it, iHeartRadio, you name it. We are on everything talking some Raiders football. And I'm going to have some of the cleanest content creators on here every single week on Nothing But Raiders podcast. We just going to talk about everything that's going on in the off season. We're going to be talking, having interviews, everything of that nature. We have a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline for Spotlight Raiders Talk. And then on Wednesdays, once the season starts, we're going to have our film session right here on Spotlight Raiders Talk. Film session only. I might have Sanjit come up or Raider Tape. I might have to get one of them to come up, or Raider Honcho, one or the other. We could definitely talk about, the film session and have all that talk about that there. So it's going to be fun. So make sure y'all call up to the show, 267-719-1246. So make sure y'all come on in and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. It's the Spotlight Raiders Talk. We are definitely in the building, man. I really love each and every one of y'all and being a part of this show. But now, if y'all don't want to call up, ask the questions in the chat, man. We love to hear from y'all. We got 48 people in the chat. Come on, don't be nervous to call up. Don't be nervous to call up, because I'm going to be doing this every single Monday. It's Reaction Monday, y'all. It's Reaction Monday. So if you want to call up and talk about the Las Vegas Raiders and the things that we did and talk about the Hall of Fame game, the number's right there at the bottom, 267-719-1246. So I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, that been sitting up there for a while. Yes, you ain't paying no attention to it. Pay no attention to it. But let's get into some more news until we get into let's get into some more news as we talk about more things when it comes to the Raiders news here in training camp. Not too much really came out of training camp today. And I was kind of surprised that outside of Brandon Parker, I don't know, man. I don't know. So it's a lot of things that we could definitely talk about. If people can say this all they want, and y'all might be shocked about me saying this, right? Y'all might be shocked about me saying this. Alex Leatherwood played really well at the Hall of Fame game. I can't even be mad the way he played at the Hall of Fame game. I cannot be mad. I cannot be mad because of the fact that he played pretty impressive to me. And knowing that y'all know I'm not a big fan of Alex Leatherwood. I'm not a big fan of him. But I think he played pretty solid in the Hall of Fame game. And I think he needs to start. He needs to start every single preseason game to get the development and get him better for the regular season. Just be you. What's going on? What's going on, beautiful? What's going on, love? If y'all want to call up to the show, man, like I said, make sure y'all hit that like or smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. Spotlight Raiders Talk. We are definitely live for another year. I miss y'all. We miss you too in this Raiders season, baby. It's Raider Nation here all day long. All day long, ladies and gentlemen. All day long. But I can't be mad. I can't be mad at the way Alex Leatherwood played in the first game. I cannot be, mad about that. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to watch this Raiders team unfold. It's going to be very interesting to see who makes this 53 man roster. Is going to be very, very interesting. Leatherwood didn't get any penalties this time, had a good couple snaps, but looked good otherwise. Yeah. Baby Trent, we should just trade for a wide receiver and a right tackle and be done with it. Why trade for a wide receiver? Kenny, that's the thing I want to completely understand. Why we trade for a wide receiver? Why trade for it? That doesn't make any sense to me. Just wondering, Brandon Parker always hurt and the coaching staff knew it and they put him out there anyway? That could be the case, or Vega, that could be the case, but I don't know. I can't make an excuse for the lack of performance he had in the Hall of Fame game. I cannot make an excuse for that. I just can't. But I don't know about trading for a wide receiver. I don't think we trade for a wide receiver. I don't think we trade for a right tackle either. I don't think that would happen.
Text now audio.
Okay, so we might have a caller here. I don't know who this is, but thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Who is this and where you calling from? I guess they hung up. I think I might have a troll. Man. So yeah. Leatherwood didn't get any penalties this time. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, he definitely did look good otherwise. He definitely did. Matthew Lincoln said, should the NFL have refs on the field and upstairs just to make sure the right call is made? You know what? I'm not mad at that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not really mad at that. I'm not mad at the fact that we have these type of refs. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be mad we have refs up in the booth to see it from a different angle. You said, read it again. Baby Trent, we should just trade for a wide receiver for a right tackle and be done with it. What wide receiver you want to trade though? Kenny? That's the thing. What type of why would we trade a wide receiver? Garrett Carr got all the weapons that he wants. You get what I'm saying? I don't think we trade a wide receiver for a right tackle. I don't see that happening. I just don't. Me personally, I don't see it happening. So yeah, yeah. But like I said, Matthew Lincoln, that is a great idea. It is a great idea to have refs up in the booth, and then you have refs on the field. But you do got people in New York that looks back at the play right after the play is done. That's what I liked about the USFL. The USFL goes strictly to New York. They go strictly to the booth. You know what I'm saying? They go strictly to the booth, and I like that about a USFL. And They don't have to challenge it or none of that. I mean, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But every penalty goes strictly to the booth without a challenge. And that's what I liked about the USFL. That's what I did like that. I did like that. It's definitely a good idea, though. It's definitely a good idea. Absolutely. But make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Get them thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. Get those thumbs up for all your Raiders news. And it's your first time ever being at the Spotlight Raiders Talk. We highly suggest that you subscribe and hit the bell button and get the latest news and all Raiders news. And make sure y'all go to spotlightsportsnetwork.net for all your audio podcasts, all your articles, everything that you need to know about your team, the Las Vegas Raiders, or any other team that you like. Make sure you go to spotlightsportsnetwork.com and leave us a review. We will love to hear from you, and you leave us a review of how you like our podcast. So thank y'all so much, man. We really do appreciate all the love and all of the support. So let's go and talk about Dylan Parham, our second round pick, third round pick at that time, because we did give up 2 first round draft picks for Davante Adams. So we could definitely get into what we're going to talk about here about Dylan Parham and how he played in the Hall of Fame game. And it's going to be interesting to watch and see how he develops here. So let's definitely get into it. But before we do that, make sure if y'all do want to call into the show, 267-719-1246. So, and it says that the Raiders offensive lineman Dylan Parham did not allow a single pressure in the first NFL game. Now, it says that the Raiders have several young players to perform in the Hall of Fame game, including Zamir White, Malcolm Koonce, and Devon Diablo. However, the most impressive player in this game was rookie offensive lineman Dylan Parham. Very, very interesting to see, man. Of the new Cliff Branch's daughter, personally, really great friend, and she was extremely excited about it. Oh, yes, man. I'm going to get more into the experience for the Hall of Fame, but I definitely want to get through this and talk about Dylan Parham as well. Now, Parham played 40 snaps in the game at three different positions, but he took most of the snaps at 27, and he was quite impressive. Now, according to Pro Football Focus, Parham did not allow a single pressure. In fact, that he was one of the highest graded players in the game, according to the site. Now, at this point, it seemed like Parham will appear in the starting lineup sooner than later for the Raiders, but where will he play is the question. Where will he play? And that was yet to be determined. But what is clear that he is one of the best of the 5 offensive linemen to find a way to get him on the field. And this is according to RaidersWire.com. Raiders Wire is definitely a legit source for a lot of your Raiders news. Now, look for the Raiders tinker with the offensive line again this week. Parham is a potential to get more snaps at center over Andre James, which I completely disagree with that. I don't think that he would get more snaps at center over Andre James. I just don't think that will happen. We signed him to be, a guard or a tackle. We didn't sign him to be a center. You know what I'm saying? We definitely didn't sign him to be a center. So me personally, I don't see that happening. I just don't. I don't see that happening. I think he's a dominant player. I think he's a good player. And he didn't have no pressures. No pressures at all. So shout out to the people in the chat. We really do appreciate everybody love and support of being here on the Spotlight Raiders Talk for Reaction Monday. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, I don't know what happened to Darren Waller either. A lot of people is going over to Docs Live. I see that. A lot of people going over to Docs Live. But Jones and Roderick Teamer was back at camp today. So that was it, man. So if y'all do want to call up to the show, 267-719-1246, 267-719-1246, call up to the Spotlight Raiders Talk. We would love for your voice to be heard. We don't want you just sitting in the comments and just talking. Come talk to me and interact with your boy, because I'm really one of those ones that could have a call-in show and we could talk Raiders, we could talk football, we could talk life, we could talk anything that we want to talk about right here on the Spotlight Raiders Talk. So make sure y'all call in and have a great time, man. I really do appreciate everybody showing up. I know a lot of people's going over the Docs Live right now, and I could completely understand. But don't forget tomorrow, Nothing But Raiders podcast episode 5 would definitely be in the building right here on the Spotlight Raiders Talk with All Aboard Raiders, Raider bid and Raider critique, possibly Raider critique, and some other ones as well. But make sure y'all tune into that, man, because I'm definitely going to try to find a Vikings person for Wednesday so we can have a Vikings person come on and talk about their team and get a little preseason preview of the Raiders versus Vikings as well. So it's going to be fun to watch, man. It's definitely going to be fun to watch. But R. Vega says Parham was a tight end in high school. Just maybe put him in the red zone as a blocking tight end. Yeah, absolutely. You could put him in as a blocking tight end. You could definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even be mad at that. You could definitely put him as a blocking tight end. But I don't know where Darren Waller was at today. I was kind of figuring it out. Like, I don't know if it's just hot outside. He did not want to practice today. We don't know too much of a source of what's going on with Darren Waller. But I'm not looking too big into it. I'm not making no big speculation about Darren Waller and where his whereabouts was. Sometimes it'd be too hot to practice. Sometimes you can miss a practice 1 or 2. But because we probably won't see Darren Waller until like the 3rd game or the 4th game of the preseason. You just never know. You just never know at the end of the day. So me personally, that is what's going to happen with Darren Waller. Darren Waller is going to be fine, but we do got a caller here.
New York.
We got a caller. Let's go.
164.
And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Who is this and where you calling from?
Hey, this is R. Vega from Georgia. Your buddy, your longtime buddy.
What's going on, buddy? What's going on, man?
Hey, nothing much. Hey, I think, Parham was a tight end down here in Georgia in high school. I think that, because our tight ends don't block well, including Darren Waller, that in the red zone, when we need a touchdown, put them at tight end and have Jacobs or somebody else or Jameer run to his side and just have like a power wall.
You know what? I would not be mad at that. I will not. Huh? I wouldn't be mad at that at all. I wouldn't be mad at that to put Dylan Parham as a blocking tight end. Or you know what you could do? Mind you, Patriots are good for doing this as well. Having their offensive linemen slip out and getting a touchdown in the red zone. I would not be surprised if we see that with Josh McDaniels. I would not be surprised.
Or put him in fullback and just have those 2 big fullbacks and have, Josh Jacobs just. And then you put Darren Waller out there and suck up them damn tight end linebackers, and they're gonna read it, and Darren Waller looks right behind them. There you go, easy touchdown. So the great thing that I took from the Hall of Fame game, the 3rd and 4th quarter, when all that whole defense is getting sucked up, and I was like, oh my God. Man, Devontae and Renfro, all those guys are going to have a field day because if we run down their throat, a lot of these teams and suck up them linebackers and safeties, they're going to have a field day out there.
Yeah, but I like I said, it's the first game of preseason. A lot of things is going to have to be tweaked, and you're going to see a lot of more different players get playing time in this preseason because they're trying to make the roster. But like I said before, man, I think. When it comes to who started in the Hall of Fame, mind you, I was actually in the building for the Hall of Fame. So I think Darius Phillips really stood out to me at the corner position. I really think he's trying to make his case that he's trying to get put up on the depth chart. I think he's really trying to make his case because I don't think he really missed any blocks. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think he missed any tackles or anything of that nature. I really think he played really well. I think he played really well in the Hall of Fame game. And I think he's making a case that he should be higher up on the depth chart.
The only thing that I didn't like about his, and I'm sorry for cutting you off, his blocking that he puts his head down at players' knees, and he's gonna call himself to get he's gonna cause himself to get a concussion uh, during the season if he continues to do that tackle like that. He's just going after their knees, and you get the wrong player, tight end or fullback, and do the same thing because we're all creatures of habit. And if that's the way he tackles, he's gonna have a bad injury, either his neck or his head.
Yeah, see, with me, I think injuries happen in football. Don't get me wrong, injuries happen,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, form tackling sometimes it get misconstrued sometimes, and yeah, sometimes you can't form tackle every single time, but if you know your techniques and your basics of form tackling, you can't miss it, and that's why I feel the way you feel about Darius Phillips is the same way I feel about Jonathan Abram. It's the same way I feel about him because I feel like sometimes Jonathan Abram, he's reckless when he's tackling. And I'd be nervous, like, is he going to hurt himself? Is he going to get up the next play? Because of the fact that he, it's just I think that's how he plays. He plays with a lot of aggression. I think Darius Phillips is the same way, but I know they play two different positions. Jonathan Abrams is safety, come down as a linebacker sometimes when it comes to running because against the run. But Darius Phillips, he plays corner, so he has to get that. You try to make sure he can have these running backs cut back inside and get help from the linebackers. So it's a lot that goes into it. But I agree though. He has to keep his head up. He has to make sure that he doesn't hurt his neck or hurt his head, because we cannot afford injuries. Because usually we started out with injuries going into this game. You know what I'm saying? We went into this game going with with injuries, so we cannot afford any more injuries against the Minnesota Vikings in the next preseason game.
Yeah, because the coaches have to. And I'm pretty sure that they did it, on the plane ride back and again at the facility and telling him, hey, it's great that you're tackling, you're out there, but we're going to need you during the whole season, and it's going to be one of these players that you're going to tackle and be hurt. So, yeah, you got to keep your head up. And at least if you're going to do it with your forearm or your shoulder.
Right.
Just try to keep your head and add it, man.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Florida Boy said Arnett couldn't tackle. I was not a big fan of Damon Arnett. As you see what happens. You see what's going on with him. I was not a big fan of Damon Arnett when we got him. I was not. I thought it was because even though he played on he played on the opposite side. I think he came from Ohio State, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it was Ohio State, but I was not big on him. I thought he was a second round, third round type of talent. I didn't think he was a first round talent. I think we could have got him.
No.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I wasn't too. That's why I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't too high on him coming out of the draft because I didn't think he was a first round pick.
Nope. That's where John Gruden and Mike Mayock screwed up big time because we could have got both wide receivers in the first round. The one that went to the Cowboys and the one that went to Minnesota.
CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson.
Yep, we could have got both of them in the first round. And then going back a year before that, we could have got DK Metcalf and Brown in the first round.
Exactly.
We had 3 first-round picks, and we could have got 2 top wide receivers and call it the day. And then this way, Derek Carr got to go through this whole wide receiver nonsense every year. We could have got 2 top wide receivers, and John Gruden and Mike Mayock screwed up big time.
Yeah, they did because the last couple of years, the wide receiver class has been great. Yes, I understand what happened with Henry Ruggs, but I feel like Henry Ruggs was balling. Don't get me wrong. He was balling. I can completely respect that. But do I feel like was Ruggs better than Jefferson? Was better than A.J. Brown? Was better than CeeDee Lamb? No. I don't think so.
Got both of them.
I don't. That's what I'm saying.
He wasn't.
I don't think he's better than DK Metcalf. You get what I'm saying? So like, do we really do like that? Let's just keep it real. Ruggs was a talented player. He was, but it was more talent at his position that was better than him. I didn't like say if we would have got CeeDee Lamb and Henry Ruggs, I would have been fine with that. Getting one or the other, I would have been fine with that.
Yep.
But we didn't get none at all and just got Henry Ruggs and just like, okay, Henry Ruggs gonna be our number one, and this guy is barely 6 foot. Not a big target at all.
And then you had a lot of, and then you had a lot of corners that was better than Arnett, and then you had a lot of wide receivers who was better than Ruggs.
Yes.
But I mean, that was that. I mean, John Gruden and that Mike Mayock. I don't care what nobody said. They screwed up our franchise for years to come. I'm just happy what McDaniels is doing. I mean, Thursday night's game wasn't about our players. It was about our coaching staff, because if all our players were playing on the same page, no matter who was out there, I knew our coaching staff was doing their job. And that, to me, I was highly impressed with just watching that game. Even though Brandon Parker wasn't really up to par, but I do believe that he was hurt. And because he didn't look that bad before, last year and the year before that. He didn't look that bad. And then against a rookie looking that bad, so something was telling me something was wrong with him. Because there's no way that you letting a rookie just outdo you just like that, regardless on where he was picked. You don't, I mean, that's like an NFL no-no. You don't let a rookie make you look bad on TV. And that's what a rookie was doing against Brandon Parker. And that right there was telling me something's wrong with him. Something's definitely wrong with him, because there's no way that you look that bad on national TV.
But this is my thing though. Like, everybody was putting up videos. Like, a lot of Raider content creators was putting up videos about how Brandon Parker was putting in the work, and we're not making stuff up. I don't know who you are, Benevolent Prime. We're not making stuff up. We're just going off what we feel. Talent is better than talent. And a lot of those players that we named, and you saying they weren't bet, like Justin Jefferson wasn't better than Ruggs, CeeDee Lamb wasn't better than Ruggs, Judy wasn't better than Ruggs, DK's not better than Ruggs, and AJ Brown's not better than Ruggs. Look at their stats and their careers so far, and look where Henry Ruggs is at, screwed up. But
you know what? To be honest with you too, Starlight, even if Henry Ruggs didn't go to jail and didn't do what he was doing, all those boys are still way ahead of him in stats.
CeeDee Lamb went to a Pro Bowl, Benevolent Prime. He went to a Pro Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. Henry Ruggs ain't seen a Pro Bowl, bro. What are you talking about? So,
no.
I don't know. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about somebody in the comments. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, go.
I'm just saying, well, I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about in year 2, Ruggs was above Lamb and Judy. In what? I mean, no. Judy got hurt. I can understand that, but he was not higher than CeeDee Lamb. Absolutely not.
I mean, I would have been happy with CeeDee Lamb and Jefferson on our team, because they both run crispy routes.
Right.
Like with Ruggs, it's just one route and one route only.
The 9 route, and that's just go on the fly.
That's it. I mean, he's good if he catches the ball, and I mean, and it's like a Hail Mary, like, oh my God, catch the ball, just catch the ball. All right, oof, he got it.
Right.
I mean, looking at Raider games is just stressful. It's like for everything that, I mean, if Devin Carr went rolling out, you're praying, got your hands crossed, and hope that he don't fumble, or everybody's blocking, or, I mean, the only pass that he would throw it to every now and then, and I was comfortable with, was Darren Waller, and even on Renfro.
Right.
But everybody else is like, oh my God, just catch the ball. It's like watching one of them games the whole time. And I know for a fact that if we had CD and Jefferson, and DK and AJ, all those boys have been, and I mean, especially AJ and DK, how the hell you don't pick them? I mean, you go to Indy, you watch these boys, see how big they are. You come out talking about DK and AJ and saying all this stuff, and then you go pick up Cleveland Burrow. Come on, man. You
Hey.
know the team needed wide receivers, and you can't
Judy,
pick up.
they saying Judy not better. Judy not better than Ruggs, but let's look at the quarterback that Jerry Judy had. He had Drew Lock. Drew Lock ain't a great quarterback. And then when Jerry Judy did get out on the field, he was hurt. But if you was gonna say Jerry Judy is not better than Ruggs, I could still name 3 wide receivers in that draft that was better than Henry Ruggs. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it real. We could name 3 other receivers that was better than Henry Ruggs at that spot that we would have got. CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson are it was Henry Ruggs, and then like it's a landslide to me. It's a landslide. I wanted CeeDee Lamb, and the crazy thing about it is I did a draft profile on CeeDee Lamb on why that he fits this offense better than Henry Ruggs. I did a video on it. And people can say, and Prime saying, check the stats before Ruggs left his second year. Ruggs was not making a Pro Bowl before he got that car accident. Ruggs was not even in a Pro Bowl contention, but CeeDee Lamb was. Come on.
And to be honest with you, that Henry Ruggs, even though I'm a Bama fan and I wanted us to get Ruggs, but that first pick of Ruggs was all Mark Davis. Because he was trying to bring back Cliff Branch.
Yes, he was trying to bring back another Cliff Branch when it comes to speed kills. And yes, Henry Ruggs, this is my thing. I'm not saying Henry Ruggs is a scrub, right? I'm not saying that. I just don't think he fit John Gruden's philosophy when it comes to an offense, because if you look at him at Alabama, he was good with yards after the catch when it comes to bubble screens, when it comes to slants, when it comes to a little bit across the middle. If the ball is leading him forward where he could get the yards after the catch, you can line Henry Ruggs up anywhere on the field and he could get you yards after the catch. But the way John Gruden offense was sold and how it was told, they tell him to run 9 routes every time. The offense was not creative for a guy like Henry Ruggs. It just wasn't.
And you know what, to be honest with you, Spotlight, I believe if we still had Ruggs, this was the offense for him.
Yes.
This offense right here was the offense for him, because what Josh McDaniels wanted to do is suck that damn defense up. And even if we had a Devontae Adams, oh my God, what this, because now you gotta play us honest. You gotta. And any little weakness, if Derek Carr can read that and read it right, somebody gonna be wide the hell open. Somebody gonna be wide open. So
right,
I think
But I'm trying to understand what he's trying to say. Yeah, it's not it's on Gruden, not Ruggs. But I still feel like Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb are 2 wide receivers. And there's 2 wide receivers that's better than Ruggs. DK Metcalf and AJ Brown is better than Ruggs. I'm sorry to say. They are 4 wide receivers that are better than Henry Ruggs that we could have got in the draft in the last couple of years. I'm just throwing it out there.
Nope. You're absolutely right, because ain't no way in hell that if you don't give us two of those draft picks and get AJ Brown and DK in one draft, or CD and Jefferson in the next one, and with Darren Waller and Renfro and everybody else, and we don't have to spend all this money on Devontae Adams. We don't have to go out there and go and give up all this money and give up all these draft picks for So if they was making the right picks every year, you don't have to put all that money out there, because now all these boys would be still in their rookie deals, even though maybe this year would have been the year that we had to start paying DK and AJ, and just maybe the same thing happens again, that we had to start getting rid of them. But at the same time, we would have been set at the wide receiver spot.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. And you know what? Like, God bless, Henry Ruggs' soul, things that he's going through at this moment. But, like, I don't know how long he would have been on this team. I just don't know how long he would have been. But Josh McDaniels is a creative offensive coordinator. He probably would have made it work in some way, somehow, because because Gruden didn't do a great job at it. But as far as the wide receiver core that we have right now, I'm not too mad at it, because I really know how Josh McDaniel goes. If you look at Josh McDaniel's resume as a OC for the New England Patriots, you can't really name a really true number one receiver outside of Randy Moss that he had as an offensive coordinator. So people can say, oh, we end up getting Mac Hollins. We got DeMarcus Robinson. We got this wide receiver. We got that wide receiver. But look at the wide receivers that he did have when he was in New England, and they were successful at what they did. They just played their role and make sure they was ready when the time was right. And I think John McDaniels is putting that in now, knowing that we do have Waller, Renfro, and Adams. Now the supporting cast outside of them three are pretty talented. So I'm not really too mad at it.
No, he has. I mean, he has. I mean, I could just see him doing a lot of things, a lot of different things, because not one team is going to see the same offense every week. So you can look back at all the film you want of every game of all the games this year coming up, but not one defense coordinator is going to see the same look.
Right.
So he could sit there and do all the film study he wants, but you're not going to get the same look every week.
Right.
So now, if he goes ahead and keeps these 5 running backs and tight ends, he's going to do so many different things that the defense is going to be looking at their coaches like, hey, we wasn't studying this, we wasn't practicing for this. What's going on? You're going to see a lot of these hands going up, and defensive players are going to be looking at their coaches like, we know nothing about what's going on out here right now.
Right.
So Derek Carr got to go ahead and do his part, because I'm telling you, Stidham is on his ass. Stidham wants their head.
Yeah, because Stidham was with Josh McDaniels, and I just want to reply to some of the comments. Yeah, he knows the offense from being with the New England Patriots, but I want to reply to some of these comments here. He said Hefe said McDaniels wasn't running the show, but he was an offensive coordinator, so he was the one calling the plays. So it was his offense. So he was like, yeah, he wasn't the head coach, but Belichick damn sure gave him the reins to run the offense. So that was Josh McDaniels' offense regardless.
But not, I mean, sometimes and I'm a coach down here coaching football. Sometimes you gotta get away from some coaches because like they just stuck on stupid. So if you go ahead and move on and do your own thing, and even open it up even more. So maybe he was over there doing his stuff, but at the same time, Belichick kept trying to tie him back down. So now he's going to go out there and do something totally different. So I won't be surprised. So people, again, coaches could look at stuff that New England did, but don't bank on that, because a lot of that stuff maybe Belichick was holding them, tying his hands. So, like he wanted to, but then every now and then, if you watch a New England game, you'll see Belichick in his ear talking to him, and then he's saying, yeah, and then he'll call something different. But he ain't got that no more.
I wouldn't say Stidham is a threat, but I do know that Stidham will be the number 2 quarterback over Nick Mullins and Garbers. I don't think he's on Carr's heels. I think Carr's going to be the longevity quarterback until he retires as a Raider. But don't be surprised about Stidham after Carr retires. That's all I'm saying. Stidham is going to be the guy. And Stidham's going to be the guy once Carr retires. But right now, I don't think Stidham is on Carr's heels. I wouldn't say that much. But Stidham is going to be the number 2 quarterback. I'm saying it right now. He's going to be the backup for Derek Carr, and it's going to be Garbers as the 3rd. I do not trust Nick Mullins to save my life. I don't think Nick Mullins will be on this roster by preseason's over. He won't.
Nope. No. You know what? I didn't think. I mean, he's the one player out of everybody on what happened Thursday night that I want to see him do it again, because again, he didn't look that bad against us in that game when we played them his rookie year.
Right.
And he was tearing us up. So to me, as he's playing like that, it's because he don't know the playbook. So he just looked confused and was underthrown because he didn't look that bad against us. So I do want to see him again the next 2 games, because to me it was a playbook issue. It was a playbook and not understanding. So again, I want to see him again because if I didn't see him against us in a regular season game, maybe 3 years ago or whatever, then I was like, you if y'all don't get him more out of here and that. But again, he didn't look like that. So to me, that's a playbook issue, and he don't know the plays. So I want to see him 2 more times before I pass judgment against him because. It's like I said, and then Stenham has a leg up over. I mean, all these players from New England that's over there now has a leg up. So they all better because I'm pretty sure that everybody who came with Josh is gonna make this team. Everybody from New England is gonna make this team.
All right, so we're gonna have to close it out here, y'all. We're gonna have to close it out because it is 6:30 on the East Coast. So I'll thank you for calling up, brother. Every time we do a Reaction Monday, I love to have these Raiders talks with y'all. We agree to disagree on things. That's what it is. This is what we do as sports podcasters and as fans. You know what I'm saying? Just to have these type of debates, man. But thank you for calling up, man. I really do appreciate it.
Appreciate that. Take care, man. God bless.
All right, you too, man. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. That is Reaction Monday. Thank you so much. Yes, I am over East. Yes, I am on the East Coast. And Anthony Price, I've been a Raiders fan for a long time. I lived on the West Coast a few times as well. We agreed to disagree. That's what happens. We agreed to disagree. That's what happens when you're a sports podcaster. You know what I'm saying? People are going to have different views and everything of that nature when it comes to it. But like I said, I want to thank everyone for being on the Spotlight Raiders Talk Reaction Monday. We're going to be doing these every single Monday, man. Prom, you're a hater or something. He might be a hater or something. I really don't care at this point. Thanks for the views. Thanks for being in the comments. Really do appreciate it, man. I will be back tomorrow with Nothing But Raiders podcast, episode 5. We got a lot of topics to talk about, a lot of news to talk about, and see it from different views from other Raider content creators. I'm from Maryland, and I thought you was in LA. No. I live in Philadelphia, bro. I live in Philadelphia. You knew I was a Sixers fan, Anthony Price. You knew that, bro. You know I'm a Sixers fan for real. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. I really do appreciate it, man. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe to the Spotlight Raiders Talk on the YouTube channel. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, y'all see it at the bottom here. That's Spotlight RN Talk. Make sure y'all follow me there. And over here as well on Instagram as Spotlight Raiders Talk. I'm definitely being more active on there. Y'all can see all the videos and everything I put from the Hall of Fame game. If y'all want to watch that, make sure y'all do, man. The vlog is up on Spotlight Raiders Talk as well. You do not want to miss it. Jay Nell says Amir Abdullah is a good replacement for Rashard. Yes, it is. He definitely is a good replacement for Jalen Rashard. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and follow me on all social media platforms. And we will be out of here, y'all. Love, peace, and happiness, man. It's the Spotlight Raiders Talk. See y'all tomorrow for Nothing But Raiders podcast, episode 5. And we're out of here, y'all. Peace.
Try to drain my energy, the enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me, I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy.